Katie Pavlick joining us from Hazleton area girls tennis. She's the head coach, and it's been a very successful year. And Katie, we appreciate you making the trek.
Yeah, thanks.
Let's talk a little bit about the success that you had this year with your program.
Okay, our girls went undefeated this year, winning the Wyoming Valley Conference for the third year in a row in their career. My first, second, and third place singles all went undefeated, didn't lose a match all year. Next week we have our team districts as well as singles districts, and the following week we have our doubles districts. So we're just kind of getting ready, preparing for that.
A lot of positives.
Absolutely.
Let's talk about the buy-in with the ladies and the work ethic that they have out there on the tennis court.
So tennis is not only an individual sport, they're out there for themselves, but it's a team sport. And my girls give each other a lot of enthusiasm, motivation, pumping one another up for that. My girls have high expectations for themselves this year. 2 of them went to states last year from districts. Their goal now this year is to get to states as a team.
Let's talk about your background as a coach. Talk a little bit about you going through the program at Hazleton area yourself, and what you learned about the game of tennis.
I've been playing tennis since I was about 7 years old, taking lessons, just playing at different tennis courts. I played #1 singles both at Bishop Hayfie High School and at Hazleton area high school. I've been a coach now at Hazleton for 2 years. I was a coach previously for MMI prep school, but I love being back at my alma mater and being right back in the same place I was.
How about just getting the girls out there and interested in the game of tennis? And I'm sure you have some girls that maybe never played before and they're picking up a racket for the first time, and you're there to try to impress upon them the importance of discipline and the game, and then hopefully a love for tennis maybe for the rest of their life.
Yes, that's our goal. We have 5 seniors graduating this year, team of 13, so a couple underclassmen coming up, but that's our goal this year, is to bring those kids up, do fun clinics, do some camps, encourage children in middle school to come up and play the game, enjoy it like we do.
Let's talk about your team this year. Let's take us through some of the players and #1, #2, #3, and the doubles. Take us through right through the group.
Okay, so first singles we have Stephanie Mazurek. She's a senior this year. Stephanie has not lost a game in the last 3 years of her high school career. She won districts for AAA the past 2 years, unfortunately losing to a Williamsport girl, not allowing her to go to states. Second singles, I have Lily Nowak, who's a junior. She'll be coming back next year. In the last 3 years, Lily has only lost 2 matches. Her and Stephanie won districts last year as a team and were able to go to states for the first time in Hazleton's history. Lily lost to Stephanie in the singles districts, taking runner-up. And third singles, I have Sophia Lawson, who is also a senior. Sophia lost 1 match the past 3 years. So my 2 seniors are going to be hard to replace, going undefeated for so long and just motivating each other to continue working hard in the off seasons. Doubles are underclassmen. I have Stephanie's younger sister Alyssa as a freshman this year helping in our doubles team, which is going to be a nice aid to our team coming up. And my #2 doubles are both underclassmen, hopefully working again in the off season and going to continue their winning streaks.
You talk about having success the last couple of years in the program. Were the girls' expectations again to go undefeated? Did they say, hey, we want to do this again?
They did, yeah. Especially, like I said, I have 5 seniors, and after winning the conference the first year, they knew they wanted to do it again last year and again for the 3rd year. Taking girls to states, winning districts, their goal now is to go as a team. When team districts get to states, they keep asking if we could win the Triple Crown. That's how they keep referring to it.
Overall, you talk about the work ethic and staying hungry. What are some positives that you see out of your girls this year, whether improve serving, improve with the forehand, the backhand, court awareness, playing a little better with her partner? Talk about all the little facets of the game that you set goals in the beginning of the year to improve on.
Yeah, all of my girls, they love the constructive criticism. Not any one of my players think we know it all, we're the best. They all love to improve. So I have an assistant coach, and her and I during the matches, we walk around, kind of jot down some notes. So every time we get to the practice, here's what we work on, whether it be serves, cross court. Stephanie, for one, her serve has increased dramatically in the past year. Acing some players this year, and so that's it. They know what they have to work on, and every game it's something different. So we get into that practice, and that's what we drill that day.
You're a young coach, being able to relate to your players to where you want them to work hard, but also have that respect for you and know that you're in this for success and to be your best. Talk about what that relationship's like.
Yeah, I have to say, they've never given me a hard time thinking I'm on their level by any means. I'm also a school teacher, so having that relationship with the players and the students and letting, like you said, setting the goal, letting them know I mean business and, you know, not all fun and games. Never given me a hard time. It's been pretty easy with these girls.
And how about the game itself and being a serious sport at Hazleton area? You know, there's certain sports that maybe are taken a little bit more seriously than others, but now tennis is on the map that, you know, we're serious, we're successful, and we're showing that we work really hard.
Yeah, and like I said, having the girls win the conference, especially the third year in a row, that was records that were set. Never once, boys or girls, have won the conference. Neither boys nor girls have won singles districts or doubles districts. So within the last 2 years, these girls already set 3 different records in school history, which is incredible.
Coach, congratulations on a great year.
Thank you very much.
Stephanie Mazurek joining us from the Hazleton area tennis team. And Stephanie, tremendous success for you and your teammates the last couple of years. And boy, you have to feel pretty good going 3 years in a row. Let's talk about what it's been like for you out there on the tennis court.
It feels great. Getting started in the high school season, I came in and played first singles starting my freshman year. And it was a little intimidating being a freshman and having to play all of the senior players for the most part in the league. But I wasn't taking tennis very seriously, but after going 12-3 that year, that's when I realized that I had a good chance and I really started to train hard. And these last few years, it's only gotten better.
So let's talk a little bit about your team this year. Take us through some of the players on your team at Hazleton area and who's on the court other than you.
Well, we have a very solid starting lineup, with myself being 1, Lily Nowak, she was district runner-up for singles at 2. Having those 2 players is great. And then our number 3 singles, Sophia, she's also a great asset. She trains during the winter as well. And then my little sister had just joined the team this year. She plays first doubles with one of our other seniors, Adriana Bowman. And having all these players who do a lot of playing year-round really benefits us as an area that doesn't do much training during the winter.
What's it like having your sister? Because I'm sure there's a lot of positives, but a couple, you know, she probably, it's normal sister relationships.
Yes.
Tell us what it was like.
Well, my sister and I get along very well, so I enjoy having her on the team. And I enjoy almost acting as a coach or hopefully role model for her.
Sometimes those sisters resist, I'm sure.
Yes, she doesn't always like my advice. There's always those moments we have where we don't get along, just a little bit of sibling rivalry, but besides that, I love having her on the team.
How proud were you of her watching her play?
So I'm really proud of my sister because she's just been a great asset to the team, and when she won her singles match, when our number 3 singles got injured, it was just a big moment for her, and as a team, she was able to pull off the win for us.
Let's talk about all the activities you're involved with in school, because there's a ton of them. Take us through being you. You're busy.
Yeah, it's always very busy with homework and tennis. I do a lot of training during the off season also, so it's tough to find time for the gym sometimes, but I enjoy helping with student council, my class of 2018, where we run fundraisers to try and benefit our class and run events during graduation season. Honor Society is another good one. Student council, we do a lot of
mock trial, FBLA. Yeah. I mean, it just adds up. The science club, you know, just a couple of things I do. Oh boy. Let's talk about your class rank, which is unbelievable. 3rd of 780 students. Talk about the dedication you have as a student.
It takes a lot during the season, especially trying to manage homework and all the other time-consuming activities, but when I do something, I like to put my full effort into it, so that's why I don't mind putting in the extra effort and trying to go the extra mile when it comes to my classes.
It sounds like you're giving the full effort, that's for sure. What's next for you? College life, you honing in on a major in a school right now?
Yes, I'm looking to go into pharmacy, hopefully a school. I was looking in the Pennsylvania area where I would still be able to play tennis on a college team and possibly get a scholarship. But overall, my goal is to go to a school for pharmacy and not tennis, so wherever I end up, I would just like to go to a school with a good program and come out with my degree.
Let's talk about the family and the support you get there, and whether it's academically, athletically, or just kind of there for you in every aspect of your life.
They really are. My parents, no matter what I've wanted to do with tennis, they never pressured me to stick with it. However, when I did decide that I wanted to commit to the sport and continue playing, they've given me all the support I've ever needed, and I cannot thank them enough for that.
Oh, you've done the rest in the classroom, on the court. Congratulations on a fabulous career at Hazleton area, and the best of luck as districts approach.
Thank you.
Lily Nowak is joining us from the Hazleton area tennis team. And Lily, let's talk about your success with your teammates this year. Another great year at Hazleton area.
Yes, another great year. This is my third year playing second singles for Hazleton. It's been wonderful playing with all the teammates that I have, going to districts every year, winning the 3 conference titles that we've had these past 3 years. Just everything. It's been a lot of fun.
Let's talk about the competition on the team to continue everybody getting a little bit better. What's that been like?
I think all of us have gotten a little bit better. The 3 singles players, we've been playing for a really long time since we were little. We just really play to win. We love the competition between all of us. We're just a really tight-knit group, and we love playing.
Let's talk about some of your teammates, and we heard your number 1 singles player talk about them, but for you, let's talk, focus in a little bit on some of those doubles teams that you have.
Doubles teams, a lot of the doubles teams that we've had, they're just a bunch of new girls. They're wonderful girls. We have a couple freshmen too on our team. The girls that we have, you know, we're all just like a clip family, like I said. They're improving. They're trying as best as they can. We're doing pretty good with the doubles teams, better than last year, so it's definitely been an improvement for the past 2 years, so it's good.
Well, let's talk about the activities you do at school. You're involved with a few of them, and then staying busy.
Yeah, I'm trying to stay busy. Tennis after school, I'm trying to keep my grades up. Clubs are starting, new organizations that I'm trying to join. So I'm really trying to be the student athlete and trying to do the best I can be.
You do some other activities, a little basketball, a little skiing that you goof
Well,
off of. What's that like?
I've been playing basketball since I was little, and it's really it's been with me forever, but tennis has kind of taken over, so I don't really play for the high school anymore, but I wish I could. And skiing, once again, I've been skiing since I was little, and I just love it. Those are my winter things, so tennis is fall.
2 little brothers?
Two little brothers, Ben and Tom, yeah.
They look up to you, right?
Yeah, drive me a little crazy, but I love them both. They play sports. They don't play tennis, which is kind of a good thing, but we don't need another tennis player in the family. But yeah, one of them shoots for Hazleton area. He's in 8th grade. He shoots for the team, and my younger brother, he's in 4th grade at Freeland Elementary.
Sounds like fun. How about school? You seem like you excel there with a 97 average in the classroom. Talk about some subject areas that you enjoy.
I love biology. I'm taking an AP course in biology right now. I love school for the most part. It's nice. I mean, my grades I try to keep up. You know, I try to do my best on my tests, study when I can, because it's kind of crazy after school, but I try my best.
Let's talk about some of the role models and influences in your life that help you achieve, whether it's academics, athletics.
Definitely my mom is my biggest role model. She really just teaches me a lot and strives for me to do my best. So she's definitely a person who I look up to and respect, and I love her with all my heart. So yeah.
What's it like playing Holy Redeemer, a good rivalry?
Holy Redeemer, that's our biggest rivalry. We have beaten them for the past 3 years, but I mean, they're definitely our biggest rivalry in the conference. Every year, that's what it comes down to, just us and them. And when we move on to districts, it's just a big free-for-all between all the AAA schools. So we're going to try our best for teams this year. Like last year, Steph and I, we won the district doubles championship. We went to states for it. So hopefully we can do that again. We'll get a couple more district titles and hopefully try our best.
Lily, great to see you here, and we wish you the best of luck.
Thank you.
Sophia Lozen is with us from the Hazleton area girls tennis team. And Sophia, let's talk about first up, the fun you have with the girls. Seems like you have a good time with them.
Absolutely. It is just, we have the most fun group of girls ever. Like, we're always cracking jokes. You never see us like bored or mad at each other. It's just always endless laughs and so much fun.
And how about having fun while you're playing tennis? It always helps when you're good at something and you're having fun. So there's been a lot of success, and you've added to that. Talk about what you think you bring to the team.
Oh gosh, well, I think, having fun is really important for us to stay loose and be able to play our best tennis, and it helps because there's a lot less pressure on me, and yeah, so I think that's pretty important.
How about getting after it, your coach? Talk a little bit about, she went to Hazleton area, she's teaching, she's coaching, so she kind of knows, and she's quite proud, and that makes it almost a little bit better.
Yeah, having Coach Katie has been just such an amazing pleasure. Just when Katie came, we knew that we had fresh air, and it was just every day. It's actually fun to go to practice, and it's so nice to have her around.
Let's talk about some of the clubs and organizations that you're involved with at school.
So I'm in executive council for the class of 2018. So basically we just fundraise money, and we organize a bunch of different things for us to do. And then I'm also a part of PJS, which is the Pennsylvania Junior Academy of Science. So I compete against other students, and I basically just present experiments that I've done. So yeah.
You're the youngest in your family. Talk about your brother and your sister and the influence that they've given you, and I'm sure they gave you some good advice along the way too.
Oh yeah, well, since I'm the baby, they have given me so much life advice and everything like that. So my brother's actually been an influence on my tennis game. This is actually his old tennis shirt from the team, so I stole that from him. So I've obviously looked up to him a lot. And my sister is one of my role models. She's an amazing person, and she really fights for everything every day, and she's awesome.
That's great. Biology, something that you enjoy in school. Talk about that.
Yeah, so I took AP Biology last year, and that's when I really found my love for it. It was really, really fun, and I really enjoyed learning about how everything works in the environment.
And you're very good in your class, in the top percentage there, and 97 average. Talk about why academics are so important to you.
Oh, well, I mean, obviously I have goals in my future, and in order to achieve those goals, I need to have a strong academic presence. So it's been a lot of hard work, but it's paid off.
Let's talk about the major, pre-physician assistant, why you're choosing that, and some of the schools you're looking at.
Well, my sister has a lot of medical difficulties, so I've basically grown up in the hospital, and just seeing all of the work that everyone does and how everyone plays a part in the hospital has been really interesting to me. So upon further research, I saw that physician assistant was just the way to go for me and what I love the best. So
let's talk about your mom and the relationship you have with her, and her being there for you, I'm sure, and giving you a big influence.
Yeah, she is my biggest supporter. She makes it to every game. She never fails to cheer me on and everything, and she's just been such an inspiration to me and someone that I really look up to in life. And yeah, so I want to be as strong as her one day.
Well, we wish you the very best. It sounds like you got everything checked out and ready to go at that next step, so have fun at districts.
All right, thank you so much.
Continuing the conversation with the Hazleton area girls tennis team, Adriana Bowman joins us. She is a senior. And Adriana, let's talk a little bit about your role on the team. How do you contribute?
Well, I'm on the first doubles with my partner Alyssa Mazurek, and we have so far only lost 2 in-conference matches as a doubles team, but we've gone undefeated this whole year as a whole team. So I think that we play a really big role in our team, and I love playing with my team. I have the best teammates. They're great.
How about your tennis game overall? What do you think you've improved on individually? Whether, Coach wanted you to be a little bit better at serving or attacking the net?
I think I've been more aggressive at the net this year, and all my serves have really improved. I used to just doink them in, and now they are getting a lot better. But yeah, this year has been a huge improvement compared to last year, where our first doubles we lost a couple matches, but this year only 2 out of, I think, 10 or 11 some ever amount matches. But yeah.
You can feel the closeness of this group. Talk about the relationships that you have. They'll probably last a lifetime.
Yeah, so our team is really close. We have a great time together. We always bond. Our away matches when we're on the bus is so fun. We bring speakers and we blast music. It's really fun. And then we when tennis isn't going on, we'll still bond. Like our assistant coach had a pasta dinner last week, and that was really fun. We do that every year before districts. And yeah, I think I'll stay friends with these girls forever.
Well, you're caught in the middle of the family. You got older and younger. So
Yeah.
What's it like being you?
Well, I am kind of like sometimes forgotten, but I can get away with a little.
The middle child
Yeah,
forgotten.
I can get away with a lot because my older sister was like the experiment child, and then my younger sister, they're kind of like a little strict on me and my younger sister because we're closer in age, but I get away with a lot of things, and I love my family. I like having sisters and not brothers.
English. You love English.
Yeah, this year I took AP English and I want to major in business administration, so I think that'll help. And I just like reading a lot. I read during my free time, so I think that it's right that English is my favorite.
Boy, if only we could get you to influence everybody to read a little bit
Yeah.
more. You're about the top 7% of your class, somewhere in there. 47 out of like 780 or something like that.
Yeah.
Outstanding job there. Talk about that dedication.
Yeah, well, ever since like middle school, I wanted to go to UCLA, which is a hard competition school, like vigorous learning. So ever since then, I've like kind of pushed myself. I probably haven't pushed myself to my full potential. I slack in some areas, but otherwise, yeah, I like to compete with my classmates and get good grades. And also, I just think like, why not study? Like you want to go somewhere in life, you gotta study.
Let's talk about your role models.
My dad is probably my biggest role model because he like motivates me to push myself, and he like he helps me whenever I need help in anything, and he motivates me to do like go hard in tennis in school and everything I want to do. And he helps me a lot with like he helps me with tennis because he played in high school and some schoolwork, because he's like kind of the like better parent to ask for homework help with. Oh, sorry. And yeah, I don't know, he's just I look up to him a lot.
As far as districts, what are you looking forward to with that challenge, which is next?
I'm looking forward to winning because I think our team is really strong this year, especially compared to last year when we lost in the semifinals. I think that this year we could possibly win, so hopefully we do that. I think we can.
Well, we wish you the very best of luck, Adriana, and thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
Alyssa Mazurek joining us from the Hazleton area girls tennis team. And Alyssa, let's talk, what's it been like as a freshman to play varsity sports?
It's been pretty good. I've enjoyed it a lot. My partner's great. She's very fun to play with. And
what's it like to be influenced by your sister here early and kind of her show you the ropes a little bit?
I feel really lucky to have Steph as my sister because I get a lot of benefit from her, and she tells me like how I can do better and how I can improve, and I feel that's really helpful for my game, and I'm really thankful that I can have that.
And she said, sometimes, my sister doesn't always listen to me, which is pretty normal, even with parents and kids, but you look up to her so much. Talk about all the things that she does well. Classroom stuff, athletics. And
she does very well in school, and she usually tells me like how I need to stay on top of my schoolwork and how I should, or in playing tennis, she'll tell me like what I'm doing wrong. Or
talk about at home, what it's like, and getting an influence from the folks about doing the studies and making sure you're well balanced.
They help me a lot. They always take me to play tennis, and they're always making sure I'm doing well in school, or they always make sure I get what I need for it, and I'm really happy about that.
Let's talk about the fun with the other teammates and learning a little bit about the girls this year. What's this experience been like for you?
Knowing that like I'm one of the few freshmen on the team was a lot more fun. Knowing that the majority of the team's upperclassmen, they still like accept that I'm on the team, and I'm really happy that they enjoy that I'm there and getting to know all of them.
Math is something you enjoy in school. Talk why you enjoy that subject.
I enjoy math because that was just something I was always good at, and I was better at that than all the other subjects in school, or I always felt most comfortable with that.
How about your doubles partner this year?
My doubles partner is great. We're always having fun on the court. We're always laughing. and always pumping each other up for the next point.
Well, we wish you the best, Alyssa, the rest of the way, and of course, trying to live up to what your sister's done at Hazleton area, and you'll make your own mark, I'm sure. Good luck.
Thank you.
Kimberly Del Regno joining us from the Hazleton area girls tennis team. And Kimberly, a lot of success this year and the last couple of years at Hazleton area. Let's first talk about your coach and what she does every practice to make sure that you're giving your best along with your teammates.
Yeah, Coach Katie and Coach Christine, they help us so much, especially the new players that come in. We really bond a lot, so that really helps us. Our team is so great. Everybody knows each other so well, and we play very well.
It's nice when it seems like you have girls who do well in the classroom and then do well on the court. There's no discipline issues. It's just a lot of fun. So talk about seeing the girls maybe in a class and talking about some of the studies that you do.
Yeah, all of us go to STEM, so that really helps out. I see my doubles partner in a lot of my classes, so I know that she does very well, so I try and keep up with my schoolwork too.
Let's talk about other activities at school that you're involved with.
I'm involved in Reach High. That's like a medical program that selects few of juniors and seniors. We go to a medical college up in Scranton, so we get to experience new things and we debate a lot, so that's what that is.
Sounds like a lot of fun.
Yeah.
and an experience that most high school kids will never get
yeah,
to see.
It's a great experience. I love it.
Let's talk a little bit about basketball, something that you enjoy, another sport.
Yeah, I love basketball. That was my main sport before I started playing tennis freshman year, so most of my friends, we started playing basketball throughout elementary, middle school, and we were the Wyoming Valley Conference champions in my freshman year, and unfortunately I had medical issues the past 2 years, so I wasn't really able to play basketball. But I really hope that I can go back to it after these problems.
I'm hoping, I'm sure Coach Gavio wants you back, because he's quite the passionate basketball guy, and I'm sure he'd love to have you. Let's talk a little bit about your little brother, Shane.
My little brother, he drives me crazy, but I love him.
And he's 6. I mean,
yeah.
What a great age.
Yeah, he's in first grade now. He always is there to support me in my basketball and tennis, so I love seeing him there. And yeah, he's great.
How about helping him with homework and different things? What kind of a big sister influence do you have there?
Sometimes he does not want to do his homework at all, but yeah, he's pretty good at that. He usually does it. Other times he doesn't want to, but I help out sometimes with spelling.
Somewhere in the medical field is what you're thinking?
I have anatomy right now, but I really want to go into college for radiology, that type of thing, because I love that.
Let's talk about your mom and dad and them doing whatever they need to do to make sure you're doing what you need to do.
Yeah, they support me whatever I choose. They really pushed me to get into STEM, which looks good on college resumes and stuff. So for college, they go with everything. So hopefully I get to see them for districts and other things.
Well, Kimberly, I wish you the very best and continued success. Thank you.
Thank you.
Sophia Sebo joining us from the Hazleton area tennis team here on the John Mendola Show. And Sophia, you play doubles on your team.
Yes,
Let's talk a little bit about you and your partner and how you kind of fit on the court together.
Well, I play second doubles with Kim Del Regno, and she usually takes forehand while I take the backhand, and we work together with our communicational skills to try and win.
Let's talk about what it's like playing your role in the doubles and some of the challenges that you have with the backhand part.
Well, backhand it's not one of my weaknesses, but it's really hard to overcome, going back on my left side. But it's something that I work on.
And how well have you and your partner done this year?
So far, we have only lost 3 games, I believe, but other than that, we have gotten great wins.
You're a pretty serious student in the classroom, number 23 at almost 800 students, which is unbelievable. Talk about your dedication as a student.
Well, my mom has always told me to study hard so I can have a career for myself, and that's what I believe in. So I try to work hard in school, and I love studying. I love biology, and I want to study more.
Not many kids will say, I love studying, but
Yeah.
you're one of them. That's awesome. How about calculus? Something that a lot of people never even took.
Yeah, okay, well, it all started when I was in middle school. I skipped a math, and it just made me more dedicated to it. And pre-calculus, I had this sudden impulse to work hard and just all fit. And calculus, now that I'm in it, I love it.
Youngest in your family, so talk about your siblings and how they have influenced you.
Well, my oldest sister, she is very dedicated to school, and I think that's partially where I get it from. And she joined the Marines right out of high school. She went immediately into the Marines. She passed boot camp, and she's currently in California right now.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so she's such a big influence on my life.
Well, it's cool to hear. How about next step for you, which you're thinking maybe Penn State University,
Yeah.
maybe veterinarian care?
Yeah, I love animals. It goes along with biology. I've had many animals as a kid, so many pets, and I think that's where my connection to loving animals come from. I just want to help them and make it all.
That's very sweet. How about your mom? Let's talk a little bit about her.
My mom is an immigrant from Slovakia. She came here when she was 20, and she came here to basically nothing. So she built such a big career for herself. She's a dentist, and she went to school and she pushed herself to learn English and everything. And she always makes me strive to be as successful as her.
All right, that's great to hear. It sounds like you got a great story, and we wish you the very best the rest of your career as a student, and of course on the tennis court too.
Thank you.
Sydney Shoemaker joining us from the Hazleton area tennis team. And Sydney, talk with some of the other girls. You could tell the fun, and getting back to that, talk about as a freshman what this experience has been like for you.
Well, coming into the team, I was very scared because I actually joined a few weeks late because I didn't know they had a team. But when I came, they all welcomed me with open arms, and they taught me everything I know because I actually did not play tennis before I joined the team, and so they taught me everything I know. So.
Did they teach you to be loud? Right now I hear them in the background. They're laughing
oh, yeah,
a lot.
They're a lot of fun.
Let's talk about the fun that you have on some of the bus rides or things. I know there's some dinner at one of the coaches' houses.
Yeah, every year before we go to districts, one of our coaches, Christine, holds a dinner at her house, and she brought us there, and we all took a little photo shoot, and it was a lot of fun.
Let's talk about learning from some of the seniors, and there's some really nice players. Talk about what you've learned from them.
Well, when I came in, Steph was actually the one who brought me into tennis. She gave the little speech at my freshman orientation, and when I came here, she was just so kind to me, and she was very welcoming, and she understood that I had never played before, and so she was very patient with me, and so I really was grateful for that.
Let's talk about your brother Daniel.
Okay, well, he was actually the one who bought me my first tennis racket, and he was the one who watched it on TV with me. So he pushed me to be the best person I could be, whether that be with school or with sports. He was just my role model.
And as far as next step for you, you're thinking about cancer researcher. Talk about where you that inspiration came from.
My one aunt was actually diagnosed with breast cancer a few years ago, and ever since then I wanted to help people because I saw the struggles that she went through, and I wanted to help people get through that.
Dance, something else that you do? Is that something you do for fun, or are you pretty serious about it?
I'm a competitive dancer. I've been dancing for 8 years, and I love it.
That's awesome to hear. So you're a competitor for the first time on the tennis court, and of course the competitive dance. Sydney, great to see you, and we wish you the very best at districts.
Thank you.